Hi, so today we are going to talk about pelvic floor, what it is, why it's important, and also why we should do our pelvic floor exercises that are so easy to forget. So basically then, the pelvic floor muscle is a band of muscle that runs from your pubic bone to your coccyx. And it acts like a hammock under your pelvis, holding up all of your organs. So what happens when we're pregnant is that muscle has obviously the extra weight from the baby, and as that's pushed onto, it becomes weakened. Now what happens then is that we can get things like urine incontinence, things like that. So when those little leaks when we sneeze or cough that we're not expecting. And that's why we need to strengthen that muscle back up again. So if you're pregnant, we're going to sort of prevent it from happening by keeping it strong. And after you've had a baby and it has become weakened, we want to regain the strength in it. So we're pulling everything back up, and just to stop all those problems that you may get if it does remain weakened. So what do we need to do? So one of the first exercises that you should do is to activate the muscle. And this is actually quite hard when you've just had a baby. It's hard to hold the pelvic floor muscle activated. So what I want you to try and do is just imagine that band of muscle, and I want you to squeeze the front of the muscle and the back of the muscle together. So it's like you're almost trying to stop going to the toilet, and I want you to try and squeeze that together. So you're pulling the front to the back and holding it there. So you're going to hold it there for a few seconds and then you release it again. Okay, so we're going to try that again. So we're pulling the front to the back, we're squeezing together so you're going to stop going to the toilet, and release it. Now what I also want you to think about while you do this is that you're not squeezing your bum as well, because then the muscle isn't doing the work, it's your bum muscles instead. So sitting on a ball is great, and sitting slightly forward, because that just takes it makes it harder to activate the bottom muscles, but you can do this on a chair or the floor as well. So again, squeeze that muscle together, but this time while you're there, I want you to try and imagine pulling it up as well. So squeeze it into the center and then try and pull it up as well. So it's a pelvic floor sort of lift. So you squeeze together and then you pull up to the center, and then we let it go again. And you want to be doing about 10 of those a day. So squeezing together, pulling up to center, and then releasing again. Now the second exercise that you need to do are these quick firing exercises that are the ones that are going to help you stop weeing a little bit when you cough and sneeze. And this is what gets a lot of us. So what I want you to do this time is every time I click my fingers, I want you to squeeze quickly and let go. Squeeze, let go. So we squeeze, stop, squeeze and stop, squeeze and stop. So it's that quick firing action that we subconsciously need to do when we cough or sneeze to stop those problems. And again, you'll need to do about 10 of those every day. Now I'm saying 10 a day because that's sort of the recommendation, but to be honest, if you can do that 3 to 4 times a day, 10 times each, that is fantastic. And the more you do, the stronger it will get and the less problems you'll have in the future.